Hey guys, it's Olivia here from Olivia's Catastrophe, and today I'm here to talk to you about the fact that for the first time ever, I counted all of my books. And the reason why I did this is because I felt like my TBR could have been composed of more unread books than read books, which I sincerely hoped was not the case. And I just wanted to kind of put my book buying into perspective. As some of you guys have known, I did a 6-month buying ban from, I believe, November to the beginning of June. If that's 6 months, I do think that's what it was, and it was really successful. I didn't buy any books and it felt really refreshing because I was reading about 20 to 15 books a month, which meant that I was burning through that TBR. So as a result of this, I did stop my buying ban and I happened to buy a couple of books this month, and it just didn't really make me feel comfortable. I was buying books that I'd wanted for quite a while, so I was happy with that, but at the same time I felt like, but I didn't get my TBR down to my goal. So I'm trying to do something new. I've got some more plans for book buying and reading in the future. I'm going to tell you these goals, check in with you in a year, but before we can do that, let's get down to the stats that I discovered. So I discovered in total I have 555 books currently in my collection. I have 323 read books and 232 unread books, which is very good, and it made me so happy to realise that I own more read books than unread books. Although the difference between them is only 90 books, that's still quite significant, so I was quite satisfied with that. However, at the same time, my ideal TBR count would be about 60, because then if I do what I usually have been doing so far this year and read on average 20 to 15 books a month, it means that it could take me about 3 months-ish, 3 to 2 months before I would run out of books and need to buy more. So if I could get my TBR down to 60, that would be ideal. However, I've got quite a lot of reading to do until I get to 60, which is why I am announcing that I'm going on a year-long book buying ban. This ban is going to start on 1st of July 2019 and it's going to end on the 1st of July 2020. This was especially hard for me to decide to do because there are 4 books that I really want to buy, but they are coming out in that year. So can we just have a moment of silence for the fact that I won't be reading or buying Rebel by Mary Lou, Children of Virtue and Vengeance by Tomi Adeyemi, A Heart So Fierce and Broken by Bridget Camara, and also Cool Down the Hawk by Maggie Stiefvater, unless someone gives it to me, because of the fact that I will be on my buying ban. That is going to be quite a struggle. I do have 2 new adult reads that I have pre-ordered, so those will be coming to me, and those are I can't remember the title, but it's the 3rd book in the How to Bang a Billionaire series by Alexis Hall, and also the 3rd book, I believe it's called Raise by Rowan Parrish, and that's the 3rd book in a series. So I will be getting those 2 books as soon as they come out onto my Kindle because I have pre-ordered them. However, for the record, I won't be buying any more books. I've also decided to not accept review requests until the year is over, so I won't be getting sent any books. I am moving very soon, and if I go there and there are review opportunities kind of handed to me because I'm hoping to go to some events and stuff, I won't say no, but I'm ideally trying to stay away from review copies as well, which is stricter than my previous book buying ban because I was allowed to accept review copies beforehand. So this is just going to be a whole new realm of Olivia doesn't buy books, and hopefully in those months I'll get quite a lot of reading done. I also will be starting to use a library, and that is going to be very good. Ideally I'm not going to borrow books that aren't books on my own TBR. Again, as I'm moving, I won't actually be with my physical TBR, so I'm hoping to, I made a list when I was counting, and I'm hoping to borrow the books that are unread on my TBR and read them from the library. And doing so will help me diminish my TBR that I have at home, and also I will be able to have access to a few more books if I want some without having to buy them. Again, I think it would be very hard to read those new releases via the library because I know that they're going to be in high demand and on like a long hold list. So I've kind of given up hope before even starting, but it is what it is. Also, this count of 555 books would have been so much larger if I didn't unhaul, what was it, 140 something books in my recent huge unhaul. Since then, I've also picked out like 8 or 10 more books from my TBR that I'm also going to be unhauling. So I'm going to continue in that vein of reading what I read, and then if I don't like it, actually pushing myself to unhaul it then and there. So I'm going to be doing a bit more of a regular unhauling kind of thing, so that if I read a book and I don't like it, I don't keep it on my shelves and I diminish my owned books collection, which is not actually the goal, but like if it diminishes, like who cares? And also diminish that owned books that I dislike, because why would I do that to myself? So there you have it. That's how many books I own. That's my intentions and my goals. I am going to keep this video up, like I do with all my other videos actually, but I'll keep this video up, and on the 30th of June, because this was filmed on the 30th of June by the way, as of the 30th of June 2020, I'm going to be revisiting this video, seeing if I managed to achieve my goals and seeing what my owned book count is then, and what my read count is and my unread count, and hopefully, maybe it won't be down to 60, probably not, but it'll be a lot closer. So please let me know in the comment section down below, how many books do you own or do you think you own, and let me know if you own more unread books than read books, and if that is something you want to change. Please give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, hit the subscribe button if you want to see more, and don't forget to hit that notification bell to be updated every time I have a new video, and I'll see you all in the next one. Goodbye!